Welcome to another painting tutorial. In this one we're going to look at Magore's Fiends from Warhammer Underworlds. So I airbrushed on a Mephiston red base coat, and I'm here I'm putting a bit of a red ink wash on just to give it a bit of some depth there. Probably could have used the Games Workshop red wash, Carborg Crimson. Doing Druchii Violet on the Hound to give him a bit more of a purplish color, and gonna let that dry. Then I'm airbrushing Wild Rudder Red on the Khorne guys, or on the armor, just trying to get them sort of edge highlight, or not edge highlight, sort of zenithal highlight from the top down. Then doing a bit of a Bloodletter Glaze airbrush on here just to help bring the colors up a bit, help it make everything nice bright red. Now I'm painting Retrubutor Armour on all of the edges of all the armor there, and just bringing all that out. The idea is that the red is all done, and the Retrubutor Gold will go over top of that, and I can sort of shade and highlight that separately. This takes a bit of a while to do because there's lots of gold on these guys. Okay, for the Hound I'm doing Screamer Pink dry brush here, after that wash dried up nicely. A little bit of Pink Horror dry brushing as well, trying to get all those textures raised up there. Okay, a little bit of Emperor's Children, final dry brush, just getting some of those, the warts or whatever they're called there. Using a bit of Ratskin Flesh on the underside to give it sort of a lighter underbelly, like most animals have. So just trying to get that, focus that in on the belly and the insides of the legs. Doing it a bit on the main sort of a thing around its neck. And then finally with some Ungor Flesh, just painting on some edge highlights there. And the mane on the back of his neck as well. Okay, going over the guys now with Leadbelcher, getting that on any of these silver bits. So there's some chainmail that sticks out, some of the axe blades, a couple of little buckles here, there, that sort of thing. Zandri Dust base coat on all of the bone stuff. So they each have some skulls hanging off them or impaled on their backs, whatever. Just base coating all that. Bugman's Glow for any skin. So there's one guy who doesn't have a helmet on, the other two guys have their chins and mouths showing. Doing Reikland Fleshshade gloss on all of the, basically everywhere. And the idea here is that it's going to help shade the armor, but preserve the brightness of everything. That's what the gloss washes do. Okay, so for the black, I guess I missed the base coat. The base coat was Abaddon Black. Doing Skavenblight Dinge highlight here. Doing a pretty generous highlight. And that'll get knocked down with Null Oil. Seraphim Sepia wash on all the skull bits. Another highlight on the black, Stormvermin Fur. Trying to blend that a little bit. And then a Null Oil wash on all that. Oh, I guess I missed the boots. I did them brown, then I decided to do them black, so they're getting a Null Oil wash. So if they don't look quite black, it's because they had a brown base coat first. Stormvermin Fur. Now that black wash has dried, we're just redoing that to help bring out some of the edges. Agrax Flesh. So I decided to do these guys a bit more pale than the other ones. Than Bugman's Glow would have made it. So this goes on, and it kind of needs to be blended a bit. Okay, flip it over to the skulls again. Ushabti Bone highlights. Just avoiding any recesses here for this sort of a main color. Pallid Wych Flesh, final highlight on the skin. And just to give these guys a really pale, sort of ghastly look. That's why I went with this sort of a flesh tone instead of your Kadayan flesh tone. Liberator Gold. Now I have to shake this a couple times to get it really silvery. But just going around trying to do as much edge highlighting as I can on these things. So just pulling out some of the sharp edges. That paint really settles a lot in the pot, so you got to be careful with that. I noticed mine was like silver on the bottom and goldish on the top, so I had to shake it lots and lots. Okay, and then some Squig Orange. This is sort of edging on the inside of the armor. So I'm just going around picking out any sharp, pointed stuff that's red, and also just try to give a little bit of a halo effect on the inside of the armor on those panels that are sort of sunken in there. And then what I do is take some Agrax Earthshade, and I'm going to paint that right along that panel line, just where those two colors connect, and that'll just help separate them more and cover up any mistakes I made, but also just sort of bring out the difference between the two colors. It's almost like a black line on the in between the two. Screaming Skull highlight for the bones. Just edge highlighting everything there. Some Skrag Brown. So this is all those leather bits. They have sort of leather straps on all the wrists and some of the weapons. So I'm just going around trying to highlight all that. And I had Rhinox hide base coat before that. Screaming Skull highlight for those leather bits now. Just trying to get some lines on there just to make it look like it's scuffed up. Some Agrax Earthshade. For the guy's eyes, I didn't show it here, but I did them yellow, just to give him sort of a glowy look. And a bit of Necron Compound dry brushing with a regular brush for any of the chainmail and any silver bits. So that's it. These guys painted up pretty quick. Nice models and lots of character to them. For the base, I airbrushed it yellow and then did some orange highlights and then dry brushed lots and lots of black on it. And then use a thin down black just to get any of the flat surfaces. Anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Check out my blog, my Instagram, and all that sort of stuff. And leave a comment if you want. See you next time.